All right. So what is the debacle? Right? What is the shenanigans that they've got themselves involved in that is now getting everybody griping and defending Bethesda? You know, who defends Bethesda? Well, these folks that go onto the Twitter account. So let's read in between the lines. Like everything else in social media land, you can hear the truth come out. Former team lead for the original World of Warcraft, producer of Diablo 2 and StarCraft, Chrono Trigger is best game. All right, that's the guy. Okay, that's the guy that everybody wants to tear apart. Okay, all right, so let's go back. Here we go. The physiognomy, I don't know how you pronounce that, of start screens. What a way to start a Twitter, bro. A tweet. What a way to start a tweet. The start screen of a game can reveal a lot about how rushed the team was and how much pride they took in their work. Let me repeat that again, because you're going to see him later on say, oh, people misread my tweet. People don't understand jack shit what the hell I was trying to say. There's only one way to understand that. The start screen of a game can reveal a lot about how rushed the team of said game was and how much pride they took in their work. So it's a two-part sentence, all right? How much it can reveal that they were on a tight timeline, and also how much pride that went into their work. Starfield's start screen either shows hasty shipping deadlines by a passionate team overworked or a team that didn't care. Bruh, there's only one way that you can understand this. There's only one way that you can understand this, okay? You got some beef. You got some beef. You don't like the start screen. Simple as that. You can't misunderstand your lousy-ass tweet from a lousy-ass developer who's in a lousy-ass mood. You can't misunderstand this, okay? I know in this one sentence, you put it two ways. You're like, it could either be A, piece of shit, or B. You know, they take great pride. But then the last part they say is really like oxymoron. It did. Pick one way or the other. Either way, he's not happy with the start screen. That's the main point. You can't understand that any other way. And that explains why everybody just gripes and tears them to shreds. So here we go. Let's read that first sentence again, because it goes back again and just an oxymoron, basically. All right. The start screen of a game can reveal a lot about how rushed the team was and reveals two things. And it reveals how much pride that they took in their work. All right. They were rushed, but they took a lot of pride in that rushed work. Now, let me go back and undo what I just said by saying this thing. Starfield's start screen either shows a hasty shipping deadline by the passionate team who was overworked or a team that just didn't give a shit. Like, you're trying to not to bash them, but you're going to bash them anyways. Let's get out of here. All right. So the point of this guy wasn't happy with the start screen. Let's take a look at the start screen. All right, everybody. Here we go. There's your start screen. Does that look bad? Are you gonna spend any more than a few minutes here? I'm not. You know. So a lot of the people went to Twitter and they posted a lot of start screens that are even worse. Okay, they're not even bad. What are you gonna do? Go to settings, done. Go to photo gallery, done. You want to talk about bad start screens? Let's look at Overwatch. They put the back button on the bottom right instead on the left column. Whoopsie daisy. I was pissed off about it for about a week. Forgot about it. Anyways, that's the spiel. That's the spiel. That's it. And so then everyone just tears him a new one. He has to explain himself, apparently, because his lousy ass tweet can't do self-explanations. He just hates the freaking, menu. That's it. You could just say, hey, I hate the freaking menu. Blah, blah, blah. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So everyone's just griping on it, and they're comparing, hey, look, Elden Ring has a lousy screen too. Is that what you're saying, buddy? Okay. So everyone's just tearing him a new one. Look at this. Press button on Demon Souls, buddy. Is that a horrible one? Is that these unpassionate folks too? They're not so passionate, are they? Right? So everyone's just griping. There you go. Of course, the one and only Last of Us had the most horrible start screen in the way. So everyone's just griping in, wasting their time, ruining this guy's reputation, and take a look up at this as for everyone's previous menu here with Fallout. Oh, what are you going to say about that, buddy? So, all right. So this, I put Starfield, okay, because this is about Starfield games. But not only that, though, Somewhere in here, I don't know where he is. Some dude from Bethesda decided to, say, hey, I'm defending my team. My team is super, super passionate. Okay, lay off, buddy. All right. That's another dude that shouldn't open his mouth, to be honest. But I get it. Defend your team. All right. Defend your team, what have you. All right. But the biggest point here that I want to make is the oopsies that this guy said that under NDA, you're not allowed to talk about this. This guy doesn't work for Blizzard anymore, so he's going to reveal some tidbits that somebody who's worked for 14 freaking years in the industry, knows what the hell he's really saying. But this is what I wanted to call home for, okay? This is what I'm calling everybody here to the stream to watch this bit that you don't see content creators talk about. God damn it, content creators. Let me take a little sidestep here about how disappointed I am with the whole clout. The whole clout. I know I'm recording this video and I'm going to do one myself, but it's not to do clout. It's to reveal this nasty trend that's out there in YouTube world. And I know this because I tried reaching out to some of these folks, and not about their content, all right? To reaching out to give them content to talk about, right? And they don't want to reply. It is all about, the quickest clickbait possible. In fact, this video is probably going to have one in my thumbnail. But it's to direct a larger topic at hand. Believe me, this ain't it, all right? What this guy said in between the lines is the larger topic, which I'll get to in a second. But what I'm disappointed in is on YouTube, everyone just gripes on about just BS about what's out there, right? All the latest talks and everything, right? Kind of like what I'm doing now, but more so about what everyone else is saying, what every other content creator is talking about. And what I'm talking about is recently, it was something, it was the whole Baldur's Gate 3 fiasco where... And it's not even just Baldur's Gate 3, because before that was what? BattleBit. Are you playing BattleBit? You guys playing BattleBit still? See, I called it. No, it's not going to change the industry. It's a fantastic game and experience. It's going to last as long as it's going to be, and be done with it. But all the content creators are Google Gaga over it, saying it's going to change the industry. It's going to change everything. No, it's not. You know what's going to change? Nothing. Their thumbnails to get clickbait on their videos. So they continue making BS videos like that, and then it just goes to TikTok. It gets so annoying, gets flooded, inundated. So you don't see real news, real industry news that come through, through the cracks. And the only, real good content creators that talk about this are the people that have been playing games like Overwatch since part 1. And this is what it is. Here it is. The start screen of a game, let's skippity-doo-dah his opinion, reveals how rushed the team was. Now, let's not talk about Bethesda for a second. Let's talk about this guy, okay? Mr. Gummz was the former lead of World of Warcraft, all right? The developers behind Blizzard were developers for World of Warcraft. I believe 1 or 2. Did it go to 2? That's been a while. So what he's saying is, based off of his experience working on World of Warcraft, sometimes the way a menu looks is evidence of horrible timing. The timeline was very tight. Developers get rushed. They don't get the best stuff produced and goes live. And they got to go back, post update in hot fixes and change that shit, since they'll have more time later. That's what he's saying. But this is where we're calling for home. So the thing here is that he just revealed that, at least through the start screen, that's one way. All right, but we all know the true way is the gameplay. If the gameplay is crap, right, in Overwatch 2, and is nothing what you expect it to be, like the amount of content or the even type of game Overwatch 2 is supposed to be, promised to be, right? And then it just becomes Overwatch 1.2 because it's the same shit, same characters, same skins. And now they're trying to package it up for new players like you who've never played Overwatch 1 and get away with it. Get away with that? Yeah. So he's saying that one of the indications that a team is rushed is the menu screen, right? But the rest of us who played Overwatch 1 as an example, and I'm calling this home because he worked for Blizzard, Overwatch 2 was rushed. I say it. And it's not the only game. It's not the only game that's been rushed out there that's been just really bad. There's been a lot of games, all right? Battlefield 2042, right? 2042. Horribly. And a very prime example of a game horribly rushed, not even finished, not even done with alpha, beta, Charlie, you name it. And who's forcing these poor developers to bum rush these projects out the window, unfinished, buggy as hell, where then you go to complain at doofuses like him because he's a loudmouth and say, yo, you fix your shit, guy. Shut up and fix your shit. But it's not his fault. He just told you. You know, this is because of how rushed the team was. Who rushes an entire team of developers? Is it the lead designer? No, he cracks the whip, but someone's cracking the whip on him. Is it the project manager? No. We say it. Follow the money. It's the people that invest in corporations like this to give you products to not entertain you, right? But of course, if you're entertained, that's a +1, right? But to take your money, burn a hole in your wallet, because yet they got a lifetime commitment of a customer. They got themselves a subscriber, okay? We're talking about grade A Disney Plus premium edition of customers. You. We get, you know, they grab those kinds of customers for the whole World of Warcraft saga in the series. But, you know, people grow older. And when you grow older, you get more responsibilities and you don't play as many games as possible. So they lose customers. Yeah, there's a lot of people still playing World of Warcraft, but those are the people pretty much fans since this first came out. They need new customers to prolong the money machine that is called Activision Blizzard now. So during that transition period between World of Warcraft 2, I believe, or 3, or no, 1, I don't remember how many games that one has, and over to Overwatch, right? They got some of the World of Warcraft team members developed this amazing first-person shooter game because MMORPG developers have amazing ideas and they have dealt with weapons, right? Maybe not first-person shooter style, but there's weapons, there's guns, there's muskets and such in World of Warcraft. So they're no stranger to that kind of conventional means of military warfare, right? But here's the thing. During that time period when they masterfully developed Overwatch 1, okay, they needed to start thinking about how can they incorporate more of their outlandish ideas to make Overwatch 2 even better. And that is where the merge between Activision and Blizzard came about, I believe. In terms of the timeline, we can go look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's when it happened, okay? Because there was an article that blew up on Reddit that said, oh, great, now they have new monetization experts from Candy Crush or what have you, or whatever team these monetization managers came from the Activision side, possibly. And during that time, okay, loot boxes were slowly starting to become a thing of the past because of all the lawsuits in Europe, I believe, and all these other problems with it being gambling. And so the industry tried shifting gears for a little bit. And around that time period, they had to hold back on some of their cool ideas for Overwatch 2 at the expense of also dropping some of the developers. And as a result, the developers were not happy with what was in the pipeline for Overwatch 2. They said, yo, we were not able to deliver Overwatch 2 the way it's supposed to be. You know, with all the pre-plans of all these awesome ideas. A lot of people were talking about the PvE system. I think there was actually more than that, to be honest. I think a lot of the core mechanics for the same characters that we've seen from part 1 were changed so drastically. And we saw previews of that by the lead designer before he left, Jeff Kaplan. He showed what, what's his name? Bastion was supposed to look like. You know, Bastion had a personal shield, right? So like cool ideas like that had nothing to do with PvE was supposed to be implemented, I believe, in Overwatch 2. But because time was of the essence, you had Fortnite to compete with, and Battle Royale games were creeping up around the corner. Well, they already started to become made. And then Modern Warfare taking the lead and the charge with first-person shooter genres and what have you. Time was of the essence. And so with that merge came, more corporate Mongols, right? More investors to be like, hey, catch up, right? Activision over here owns, Modern Warfare. Look what they're doing. They're pumping out a Modern Warfare game every 3 years, I believe. No, now it's every 3 or every 2 years. No, every 2 years now. They just came. They're coming out with Modern Warfare 3, and most of us still haven't got our bang for our buck for Modern Warfare 2. Disastrous. Anyways, I digress. So, developers say, hey, that's it. I'm leaving because it's going to launch like crap. They left. And not only that, I think the company gave them an ultimatum. I think that's what it is. They say, hey, look, you are either on board with this shitty idea or you leave. Go take a hike, buddy. And that's what ended up happening. The moment Jeff Kaplan, I think there was some other people that left before Jeff Kaplan, but the moment Jeff Kaplan left, like a train. More and more developers left. And as a result, this is what we got. Overwatch 2.0. No, Overwatch 1.2. Horrible. Horrible, right? Everyone's complaining about the launch. It was dumb that they locked everything behind a battle pass. That was the future for Blizzard. Battle pass is the future for Blizzard, and proof is in the pudding. Take a look at Diablo 4. Yeah. Nothing's changed. That does not change. Oh, we're going to patch it. The original plan was nothing to do with the patch. The original plan was to just quietly go into the night and change the company, change the direction of all their games to be what big money bags wants them to be. Sell, 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 sell. I know big money bags are not gamers. They're investors. They go based off of track records of what major corporations, achieve on a yearly basis, I believe, or quarterly basis in terms of profits. They could give a flying rat's ass what you think as a gamer, what Overwatch 2 should have been. They don't care. So if they see something in, say, I don't know, the mobile game department, a lot of PC gamers and console gamers don't know about this. A lot of mobile games have molded the current shitty landscape for PCs. That's right. For the PC market right now, you got to thank the gamblers who play mobile games. Boring ass mobile games that you and I probably wouldn't ever play. I mean, I played some of them because I was in those companies. And that stuff gets ported over as big mergers occur. Companies like King, for example. That's why it's called ABK, I believe. So that's Activision Blizzard King. King influenced a lot of the monetization changes for Overwatch, amongst other games under the Activision belt. Thus, we go back to this doofus who revealed to us, due to how rushed the team is, sometimes the product comes out like crap. But he's pointing the direction like, well, don't pay attention to Blizzard. No. Oh, look what Bethesda's doing over here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Don't mind my buddies over here at, in Overwatch 2. No. Pay attention to this over here. Gummz effed up. And he revealed the truth, everybody. That's why Overwatch 2 sucks. And a bunch of other games, too. These games are rushed out the door. The developer right here just told you that. Now, was Starfield rushed? You can watch a bunch of these videos from the interviews that Todd Howard recently had. That, in fact, actually, it was revealed through a leak that Overwatch is not coming out. Starfield is not coming out as Starfield 1.0. It's coming out as 1.3.3.5 something. So it's been patched since the full 1.0 release. It's been patched already. Now, that's not to say once the game comes out, there's going to be another patch that you're going to have to download. I think it is, because if you look at the system requirements, it says 120 gigs on an SSD is a requirement. But then if it got leaked and revealed that the actual final space taken on a hard drive is 130 plus. So there was definitely a nice chunky 10 gig patch. Anyways, that is the biggest spiel, I think, that I want to point out to everybody. Read in between the damn lines. Don't listen to all the noise that people just leave, including media, IGN, GameSpot, whatever. Don't listen to the noise. Read the doofuses that have a social media account. Read in between the lines, as we always have, and enjoy the shit show that is the game industry.